Hey everybody, my name is Corey Thompson. I am sure you have not heard of me as Cradled Cat. I've been loving DOW3, and today someone on Reddit asked for some higher level players to post videos of themselves playing and talking about them playing. And I am not a higher level player, but I am alright, and I was certainly better than my opponent in this mirror match. No offense, I really do hope this gentleman is watching, but he was expressing some confusion at the end of the game, and he was making some very rookie mistakes, so to speak, and I crushed him. I think this was like a textbook kind of victory, and I really appreciate him for not quitting. And I think that a lot of people do quit in this game and miss out on good elite experience. And I appreciate him for not quitting. And this was just a really great game to cast, because I think there's a lot of things for people to learn that are not as good as me to get to my level, which is, of course, like I said, mediocre. But then I think there's also some really good players on the subreddit in the community, and I think I can learn some things from some other people. So let's get into the game. In replays, of course, you cannot see the Doctrines people have brought, but there's two Space Marines. I brought the Chaplain and Terminators and the Imperial Knight Paladin. Oh, and you can see that I have Scout Strike, Blind Grenade, and Assault Leap. And he has Tip of the Spear, I know that, I'm not sure what else, as well as Paladin, Dreadnought, and Angelos. And I'm just going to get this going very slowly. Talk about the builds to start. The builds to start. I went Triple Servitor to get the capping power. He went the most basic unit, the strongest unit you can build originally, TAC Marines, and he's got one in the orbital relay, and he's got two building. And anyone, of course, that is first mistake. Tactical Marines are a very late game unit. You bleed a lot using Tactical Marines. When you upgrade them, you're just bleeding power too. And what really makes them strong is those later game things, the upgrades, the later game upgrades, and that's what really turns on the Tactical Marines. So anyway, I've talked enough about that. Just talking about the Servitor movement in the beginning. This is me, I'm red now. Let's just get back, so I'm blue. I'm going to be blue for this game, because I think there's some stuff in my play that I really want to point out as being good, and then also some rookie mistakes, but by and large, once I realized how this game was going and that he wasn't quitting, I really did my best to do like all the correct steps that people learn from this replay. And like I said, please correct me. So first thing I'm doing is capping south, just because I really want requisition at the beginning of the game, and you'll see that I'm building my barracks too. I like to build my barracks fast and early, because of course the build that I'm going is Scouts and Assault Marines, because I think that's the strongest, at least Space Marine on Space Marine right now. So he's capping with this. He has his first Tactical Marine squad just walking towards the nearest point, which is, I understand the temptation. It took me about 1,000 hours of Company of Heroes to get over this. You feel like you want to expand naturally from the base, but you really want to lock down an area of the map that is important to you, and you have to decide what your objectives are. So the one that I want is here, because I want the 2 power and the requisition, and I love this area right here. I think this area is like a total super great position to have, and that gives me the ability to basically choke up on his shield generator, lock down the approach to that, as well as hold this, which is kind of like my quote-unquote base node. This is the eco that I'm going to be developing the hardest, along with this one. So you'll see that I've captured this with 1 servitor, and up until late game I only have 1 power generator on that. More on that later. So My micro is not the best, so my scouts don't move for a little while, but I'm building 2 right here in just a moment, and assault marines are starting to drop. So my barracks just came online, excuse me, I just misheard the messages. So my servitor is engaging another servitor, I'm running away. Up here, my servitor is engaging this tack, and I'm like, see ya boy, and I know he has tacks at this point, so I'm like, okay, this guy's probably a noob. And also, I'm not going to fight up there, and there's not going to be tacks, or there's not going to be, you know, assault marines or anything down here. It's maybe going to be tacks. I knew what to expect at that point, what he could get out. So, at this point, this servitor sits here, because I'm building power here, so this gives me like a scout on the approach to this, and basically, I don't move this servitor except to build stuff occasionally, but I paid 50 requisition for this guy to just sit as a scout right here, and honestly that is my money's worth because of how my movement is. I'll pay 50 requisition for that to be scouted 100% of the time, all day, every day. So my scouts are coming now, 2 up, drop pods. This is of course like the first engagement timing. Let's see how it goes.
Assault Marines report, ready to drop.
I don't get my scout strike off, which is hard against servitors, but I want them to knock that out ASAP, because once the servitor is gone, of course, as it being the stealth detecting unit, my scouts are free to just like, you know, have a really nice time going in and out of stealth, getting that bonus damage from scout strike. They can reposition how they like. They can go behind and pick off like units as they're retreating. Once the servitor is dead, they really just run ham. So that's my first target, even though I know from my own servitor that there's tacks in the bushes. So I'm starting that, and I'm figuring he's rushing me, which is why I drop him kind of on his head. I see that they're coming on me, and I'm like, Delta split, but then I noob out. Because I am dropping my own standard right here. So I expect them to run, but I think I'm going to win this fight because I know what he has. 2 tacks, and I know what I have, and that is 2 scouts and this assault marine with shield. Now keep in mind I have assault leap. Assault leap kind of turns this game into tic-tac-toe. If you're familiar with tic-tac-toe, you'll see here they jump over these guys. It's like checkers. You're just taking pawns. So we both have standards up at this point, but now the servitor is dead, which means my scouts are kind of, they're getting silly. See, they're going in and out of stealth and getting the bonus damage. He's going for my standard at this point. Is he though? No, he's just running for his life. And let's see what he's doing right now with his camera. Okay, running for his life. As he should be. He has another squad attacks up here. I don't know what he's doing now. Maybe eco? Maybe moving. I don't know.
A requisition generator is ready.
It's very valuable to focus on your units. Kind of till they're out of danger. Which is precisely what I don't do here.
Completed a requisition generator.
Watch this. This is my perspective again. Focus to attack this one, and then I'm like, what if I just macro right now?
Assault Marine squad deployed.
This is what happens. That's what happens when you go to macro. Every time. So he gets out because assault marines are just extra fair. And I pretty much have complete control. I've won this skirmish. The first thing I'm going to do, I have another assault marines that I've built in the meantime. So I'm going to reinforce the scouts. Watch, this is real time. So they're completely ready to fight again. Him, I did a second, so he's going to take a while. But here's another squad of assault marines. Here's my scouts. My force is 100% just like ready to kill. Meanwhile, in Flavortown, what has he got? Okay. He's similarly ready to kill. Ah, and everyone is back here. Gotcha. So, he is doing something that people do a lot when they're inexperienced and have tip of the spear. Switching back to me. Which is just like gather around listening posts. And just like try their hardest to reinforce on listening posts. So, I think, you know, it really does have its usage, but standing somewhere just because you can reinforce there doesn't always mean it's like a good place for your infantry to be. So that's that. At this point, I've kind of seen them. I hear them going. I figured that he might be up here. And here's the next thing. He's moving all his scouts together, or all his guys together. I do the tic-tac move. They back up there. And I'm like, alright, he's got a bunch of attacks. That's fine. At the same time, I've built the arsenal. Kind of with the resources that have floated during that last fight. I've gotten these guys back. This is what's going on with this eco. This one is the most upgraded. This one just one. Servitor here. I kind of know, you know, I'm watching my approach back here, and I've got like a well-fortified position right here. Whereas if you see what he's got, his guys are standing here, so he's like reinforcing, kinda. So it slows down for a second here, because I know that based on the damage I've done to him and the bleed, I can wait to hit my next power spike. In the meantime, I have built my next building, my Doctrine Chapel, 200 requisition up here, because I don't have tip of the spear and I want to reinforce. And to me, reinforcing and having infantry is more valuable than having the defense from a listening post. So that's why I've done that. And it also means I'm able to get heavy bolters. And heavy bolters are good. Having slows are good. Slows are fantastic. So, ecoing up, this slows down here. Talk a little bit about my background, because I'm not a professional streamer, as you can see. I live in Asheville. I've done some journalism in the past. I've done some video game journalism. Nothing that's ever really taken off. But I really like Dawn of War. I've played the whole series. I love Company Heroes. I played like 1,500 hours of that. And I was really scared about this game because I was like, oh, you know, directional cover, they're taking that away. How is this game going to be, you know, I thought they were going to really dumb it down. But the depth going on here with all the buffs and debuffs, it's incredible. It's just incredible. So, turn off that fog war. He's coming at me. I can pretty much see it through the eyes of these guys. For some reason, they were able to see through here. I'm not sure if that's a bug or something. So I know they're there. Let's see what happens. Don't block your units, I guess, is the lesson here. If someone knows the counter to Assault Leap, just you leave it there in the comments. Yikes. At this point, I don't know, I wasn't really feeling bad. I was like, oh, you know, that's...
We've completed a power generator.
We probably shouldn't have done that. So my scouts are not involved, but based on the way he walked up, I was like, let's just see what I can't get away with. So at this point, I know I have another 2 minutes, because let's... He has 200 and... I missed it. I missed him queuing all these reinforcing to see how much he spent. Of course, you can't go back on the replay system, because the replay system actually works, or at least it did in Company Heroes, is it's a collection of the movements, and it sends it to the game engine, and then it replicates in real time how the game went down. Which, of course, I might just be saying something that's really obvious, but I think that's very cool. Anyway.
We've completed an upgrade.
I don't really have video editing software either, so I should probably speed this up, do it in one take. So, there's another probing here. At this point, I'm ecoing over here pretty hard.
Wouldst thou
This,
curse the holy standard?
I'm building up as much as I can. My
Upgrading infantry damage.
heavy bolters are here. At this point, based on where the position where he is now, because he wants to hold the elite point generator to get the extra, you know, whatever it is, elite point every 30 seconds, he has put himself in a situation where I have pretty much unfettered access to his elite point generator. So the first upgrade from my arsenal has just popped, which is true damage swords. So we're applying these whatever 72 true damage DPS now directly to the shield generator, and he's responding in a big way because that's ugly and he's just freaking out. So everyone says there's no turrets in this game. There you go, here's your turret. It's a heavy bolter dude standing here on the hill. It's doing great, you know. So he's starting to shoot that, and I'm responding with my assault marines. So I'm like, great, you finally showed up. I'm glad you're here. One jumped in for the confusion. These guys are here. Stun grenade goes off. Tic-tac-toe. These guys still have assault leap. Yeah, please leave assault leap counters in the comments. I mean, of course, you know. It's just a very good ability. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying I need to counter it or it's OP. Maybe it's OP. Who am I to say? But yep, this guy gets away. I was like, oh, can I wipe this squad? And I can't. Just kidding. I totally do. Scout strike. Haha.
We've upgraded infantry damage.
Alright, so infantry damage is upgraded. So I always like to do damage first, especially if they don't know you have an arsenal, because you can see that the health bars are bigger. So you can kind of plan for an upgraded health, but damage is like kind of harder to tell that someone is upgraded. So that's kind of like a meta game knock around. But I think health is a lot stronger, especially the tier 3 health for Space Marines is another 45% on top of whatever else you've already upgraded. So that's very strong. So turn off Fog of War. See that this guy is just bleeding all over the place, and he is going for plasma. That's his strat, which means he'll now be bleeding fuel too. And the thing about upgrading like plasma and stuff like that is, and of course you can lose it, as opposed to you can't lose infantry health. And the thing about infantry health is if you have infantry health assault marines or infantry health even tactical marines, it just means they will do more before they die, whether you're good at microing them or not. So that's like, there's something very strong about that. So he's coming in because he's got a few seconds left to his banner from the last engagement, and he has seen my chaplain Diomedes, who I've left up here for exactly this reason, and now he's like, where can I get a piece of this action? And I say, here is the action. Jump to this, because I'm a little paranoid about it. I'm dropping my standard up there, and basically I'm dropping the standard there because my thought is like, just try to take it, you know, put yourself in that area. So Diomedes is doing the thing where he buffs his army. These guys are receiving the shields from Devastator passive, and the assault marines now with upgraded damage and chainswords are just going to town. Scouts have been reinforcing. This is not anywhere close to a fair fight. Diomedes is very hard to play against if you're a newer player because he just keeps getting shields, so you really just like don't have a good gauge of his effective HP. I just noticed that there's TAC Marines here. Like I said, I'm not amazing, and that's kind of when the chase begins in earnest.
Tactical squad.
He doesn't run away.
Assault Marines
I don't.
securing
Now he
infantry
does.
upgrade.
Okay. So, I've already destroyed that. At this point, I know I'm pretty far ahead.
No doubts, no fears.
I know that I'm about to go back up at them, but I want
Tactical Marine
to
squad deployed.
heal first, which is fine. I probably could have just chased them, but I didn't want
Assault Marine
something to
squad
happen.
deployed.
He's got nothing. 2 plasma squads and a regular squad. Which, you know, it's very common to mass plasma. Like, it's not...
Upgrade is
I'm not
complete.
looking at something that's super outside the box here.
Infantry health upgrade secured.
So I'm doing the infantry health and stuff. I've got my tier 2, but then I'm putting my units in for entry health because I know I'm ahead, so I can snowball by that. And he's not gonna have, like, he's not gonna just whip out vehicles. You know, he might if he's ecoing really hard, but
Upgrade completed.
you know, assault marines. Kind of the
Infantry
issue with them is
durability
they're
upgrade
counter
in
to
progress.
everything. So true damage, they have more health and they do more
Preparing
damage.
cannon devastators
Like
for
it's
deployment.
there's no situation in which that's bad.
We've completed a
Especially with
power
ult leap.
generator.
And here comes this ambush.
Last cannon team deployed.
At this point, I'm like, wow. And this is really when it becomes tic-tac-toe.
Ready to jump.
So if you looked away at that point, this is... I'm feeling a little bit bad at this point, and this is not even... You know, I have 2 heavy bolter squads here.
You have need of my fire.
Those guys are there.
Tactical Marines ready.
But meanwhile, you know, it's of course I would have lost less if I attacked with more
Durability is improved.
forces. But it's not bad, you know. You need to spend these resources. And the trading here is like, you know, in my favor. So I hope this kind of sheds some light on what was going on behind the scenes, especially to the guy I played, who was curious at how I had so many units. As the answer is, I didn't lose them. I think I just lost 1 assault marine squad there. So after this fight, I have 2 instead of 3. So Diomedes is going to go hit the building, which Diomedes loves hitting buildings because he just keeps doing his buff. Not that I'm inside it right now. This is the range. So another little mini leap. And my guy was just mad, so he's just like, let's hit this. I should have had Diomedes go hit it, honestly, to heal these guys. But I just hit this to like, whatever, 3/4, and then I'm like, ah, whatever. But that's not a bad idea though, because that means you can always lower it very quickly from this side. Whereas if he wants to lower it from this side, he has to take much longer time. So, Miss Micro here,
We lie in wait.
these guys have enough range that they don't have to be standing here. They could be standing right here, but I didn't even realize what I was doing. So these guys die, whereas this, you know,
Assault
they could be
Marines
standing
ready
back
for
there and
talk.
just totally shoot this.
Securing
But anyway,
infantry
moved
damage
over
upgrade.
here. So I'm just pushing because I know I've done so much bleed to him. Now he has power swords. That's where his fuel is gone. So what happens here?
Upgrade complete.
You see Gabriel Angelos is back, and I let him just wail away on this plasma squad because I want to kill Gabriel Angelos, and I don't want him to realize that this is like totally a trap. But it is. It's absolutely a trap. So my units are dying, but I know that I'm still winning the attrition by, you know, a lot. He's got 900 too, actually, here also. So maybe this is not the play against a better player. But I know I had 2 assault marines in the barrel, whatever, in the drop pods, and a bunch of scout marines, and the heavy bolters, which I kind of just run up there. I didn't aim move them from far enough. So that's it, as far as that engagement goes. So at this point, he's pretty much down to nothing, and I really appreciate that he didn't quit, because it let me get this great footage. Heavy bolters attacking here.
Vehicle weaponry.
Shred this. Move back some. So you can just, of course, push with Assault Marines just by your lonesome at 7 minutes, and I see that 1v1 streamers do stuff like that all the time to win. But maybe in my bracket, or in general, if you just want to play it safe, you know, and you're this far ahead, you don't run in. Yeah, you definitely don't run in. And instead go heal, spend your resources. Dreadnoughts are great. I've got one in my barrel, one over here. And so basically, I'm just alternating from where I charged, and now I'm over here. Because I was just at the other one last time, so it's harder for him to move. So note about zone control. You'll see I'm back here because I'm waiting for like the Dreadnought or something to... Yeah, I'm waiting for the Dreadnought to push up. But I know I can control pretty easily, based on the units he has, this zone back here. He doesn't have artillery, for example. He doesn't have X. So I know that while I don't want to just walk into the turret, I'm right here. Whereas if he comes at me, my ranges and my attacks totally overpower his. So he extends really far, dropping his do-wobby right there. My units just shred his, and that's when I know, alright, it's time to go in earnest. So I'm pushing up, 20 minutes in. He hasn't quit, which is just awesome because so many people do. And you'll see another thing that I've skipped Terminators, because I know I'm winning. If you're winning, sometimes it's easier to just go for your 9 CP if you have one, or your biggest one. You know, some people have set strategies, and some games are so tight, you need the 2 CP guy and you need the 3 CP guy. But for me, you know, if this is a harder game, this would mean something. But I drop my 9 CP there. He goes to the bridge. I'm swinging like a crazy person. I love Diomedes because he's just like so micro heavy. I'm attacking his elite units because I want him to get as much elite EXP as possible. Especially on this guy, because that's how you get assault leap, and that's very strong. So anyway, I'm not a professional streamer. I'm not particularly amazing, but I'm certainly better than this guy, and I want people like him to get up to my level, so we can all have fun, good games of Warhammer 40k Dawn of War 3 edition. So thank you guys for joining me for that, and I hope it was as good for you as it was for me. Alright, bye now. And if you want to see me make more, just let me know, because like I said, this is just not my day job. So anyway, have a nice day. Bye.